electric flux Gauss law in this video. First we will see about the electric flux. Consider the surface. Here the electric flux is defined as the total number of electric field lines crossing through given surface area is called as electric flux. Total number of electric field lines crossing through given surface area is known as electric flux. Consider the surface with these electric field lines. Now we have to consider a small area. We are going to express the Gauss law. It will be considered for the closed surface. So we have to consider a small area of the electric field line. Consider the areas of the electric field lines. Now the small area is defined as dA. dA is the differential area. dA is the differential area of the electric field lines across the surface. That is the surface which is having the electric field lines. The area is given by dA. dA vector is the area vector. The electric flux which is given by the differential of flux d phi. Sometimes it may be represented as d psi. Sometimes it may be represented as d psi. The d psi is equal to E dot dA. E dot dA. The electric field is going through this area. So the dot product is actually expressed as E dA cos theta. So flux is the d phi is equal to E dA cos theta. Therefore, the closed integral of d phi is phi, which is given by the closed integral of E dot dA. The closed integral of E dot dA. So now we are relating the electric flux to the Gauss law. How we have to relate? Consider a charge plus Q. It is a charge. The charge is having in the sphere. The radius is R. The radius is R. It is a positive charge in which we are going to consider a small area dA for the electric field E. For the electric field E, we have to consider a small area dA. So electric field is also a vector. For the E vector, that is the electric field vector, we are considering the area dA. Then according to Gauss law, it is expressed as the cos 0 becomes 1. Therefore, phi equal to line integral of E dot dA cos theta, that is equal to surface integral of E dot dA. Since the cos 0, the angle is 0, since dA and E are in same direction, therefore cos 0 becomes 1. So therefore, phi is equal to closed line integral of closed surface integral of E dot dA. Therefore, phi is equal to E surface integral of dA. We already know the value of dA, the closed surface integral of dA is 4 pi r squared for the sphere. For the sphere, surface integral of dA is equal to 4 pi r squared. Therefore, flux phi equal to E 4 pi r squared. Therefore, E equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon r squared, where pi is given by Q 4 pi r squared divided by 4 pi epsilon r squared. That is equal to Q divided by epsilon naught. Epsilon naught is the electric permeability. Therefore, the Gauss law is given by phi equal to Q by epsilon naught. Q by epsilon naught is the Gauss law in a closed surface. Electric field at a distance perpendicular to uniformly charged rod. We are going to see about the electric field at a distance perpendicular to uniformly charged rod. The charge density per unit length for the rod is given by lambda coulomb per meter. It is the line charge density. It is expressed as delta or lambda. Sometimes it is expressed as rho L. Sometimes it is expressed as rho L. Consider the long conductor in which at a distance A, the point P is fixed. At a distance A, the point P is fixed. The rod is having the charge of plus Q coulombs. We are considering charge density per unit length, that is lambda coulomb per meter. The point EP is at a distance of A. Let us consider the n points having the angle of theta 1 and theta 2 made with the point P. The point P has made two angles at the end of the rod They are theta 1 and theta 2 and the point P is at a distance a meter from the rod. Now let us consider a small distance dx. Consider a small distance dx. It is at a distance x meter from the center point of the rod. It is at a distance x meter from the center point of the rod. Now we are drawing the line from the dx to the point P. The distance dx to the point P is represented as r, and the angle made by the line dx and P, which is given by the theta. So the electric field intensity is represented for the area dx is given by dE, which is made by the angle theta. The dE is having two components. One is in x direction, another one is in y direction. The x direction is having dE sin theta and the y direction is represented by dE cos theta, since the angle made is theta. dE cos theta is the dEx and dE sin theta is the dEy. But the y components are, if we consider the point P as at middle, then E will be, dEy will be cancelled each other. So dE sin theta is the dEy. If the point is anywhere, then there will be a dEy. If it is not at the center, there will be a dEy. If it is at the center, dEy will be cancelled each other, since there are two electric fields in the opposite direction. Now we are having dEy, that is called as dE sin theta, and dEx is dE cos theta. The point P is at a distance a meter. So we are going to write the equation for the total electric field dE. The angle dQ is given by lambda into dx. Since we are considering lambda as charge density per unit length. Therefore, now we are considering the small distance dx only. Therefore, the charge dq will becomes lambda dot dx. That is dq by dx is equal to lambda. Therefore, dq equal to lambda dot dx. The dE, which is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon dq by r squared. That is q by 4 pi epsilon r squared. We are considering a small charge. Therefore, dq divided by 4 pi epsilon r squared. Then dE is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. dq is lambda dot dx divided by r squared. The distance r is from the point dx to the P is r, which is given by root of x squared plus a squared. X is equal to a tan theta therefore dx equal to a secant square theta, and theta will be differentiated, therefore d theta. So dx is equal to a secant square theta d theta, and the value of r, which is given by a sin secant theta. Now substitute the value of dx and r. Dx as a secant square theta and r as a secant theta. Therefore, dE is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda for dx a secant square theta d theta, and for r squared a squared secant square theta. The secant square theta and secant square theta are cancelled each other, and a squared is cancelled. Therefore, the answer becomes dE equal to lambda by 4 pi epsilon a into d theta. the value of dEx equal to dE cos theta, which is given by lambda by 4 pi epsilon a cos theta, and for dEy dE sin theta. So for Ex and Ey we have to substitute the value. Therefore dE cos theta, which is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a cos theta d theta, and dEy is expressed as 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a sin theta d theta. X is given by lambda by 4 pi epsilon a cos theta d theta, and dEy as lambda by 4 pi epsilon a sin theta d theta. Now we are going to find out the value of Ex and Ey by integrating the value of dEx. The limits of integration are minus theta 1 to theta 2. Therefore 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a, they are constant. The value becomes cos theta d theta. It will be integrated from the limits of minus theta 1 to theta 2. Therefore Ex is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda by a. If you integrate cos theta, we will get the answer as sin theta. Sin theta. The limits are theta 1 to theta 2. Theta 1 will become minus, since it is we are getting the answer from the outer side. So the value becomes minus. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a sin theta. The limits becomes minus theta 1 to plus theta 2. Therefore Ex is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a sin theta 2 minus of sin theta minus 1 lambda by a sin theta 2 minus sin of minus theta 1. That is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a sin theta 2 plus sin theta 1. Since minus sin theta 1, sin of minus theta 1 is equal to minus sin theta 1. Therefore Ex will becomes lambda by 4 pi epsilon a sin theta 2 plus sin theta 1. Similarly, we have to find out the value of Ey by integrating the limits from minus theta 1 to minus plus theta 2. Therefore Ey will becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a minus cos theta from the limits of minus theta 1 to theta 2. The value of dEx and dEy, we have to find the value of Ex and Ey. dEx and dEy are the smaller value, that is derivative values for the distance dx. So we have to find the value of Ex by integrating dEx. That is the limits of the integrations are minus theta 1 to theta 2. The limits are minus theta 1 to theta 2. Otherwise 180 minus theta 1 to theta 2. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a minus theta 1 to theta 2 integration of cos theta d theta. So we have to integrate with respect to theta. If you integrate the value of cos theta, we will get the answer as sin theta. The integration of dEx is Ex. Therefore 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda by a cos theta. If you differentiate cos theta, we will get the answer as minus sin theta. If you integrate the cos theta, we will get the answer as sin theta. Sin theta, the limits are minus theta 1 to theta 2. Now we have to apply the limit sin theta. If you integrate the limit of cos theta d theta with respect to theta 1 to theta 2, we will get the answer as sin theta. The limits are minus theta 1 to theta 2. If you substitute the limit, we will get the answer as Ex equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a sin theta 2 minus sin minus theta 1. So minus of sin minus sin minus theta 1. Sin minus theta 1 is equal to sin theta 1. Therefore, we will get the answer as Ex equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a sin theta 2 plus sin theta 1. Similarly, we have to integrate for the dEy. We will get the answer Ey as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda by a. And if you integrate sin theta with respect to theta, the limits of minus theta 1 to theta 2, we will get the answer as minus cos theta. If you integrate sin theta, we will get the answer as minus cos theta. If you integrate cos theta, we will get the answer as sin theta. So Ey will becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a minus cos theta 2 minus cos of minus theta 1. The answer will becomes minus of minus plus cos of minus theta 1 is equal to minus cos theta 1. We will get the answer as lambda by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Therefore, Ey is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. The E net equal to Ex I vector plus Ey j vector. Ex I vector plus Ey j vector. So we have to substitute the value of Ex and Ey to find the value of E net. So E net is the total value of electric field due to this long conductor. E net is equal to, at a point P, if it is at the center, then it is 90 degree. The value becomes 90 degree. The angles 90, theta 1 and theta 2 are 90 degree. Then sin 90 will becomes 1. Therefore, Ex is lambda by 2 pi epsilon a. Sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2 will become 2 sin theta. Theta is 90 degree. Therefore, Ex is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon lambda by a. Ey is 0 since cos 90 is 0. So, we will get the answer as Ey as 0 and Ex as lambda by 2 pi epsilon a if the point is at the middle of the conductor. Otherwise, we have to substitute the formula Ex as lambda by 4 pi epsilon lambda by a sin theta 2 plus sin theta 1, and for Ey lambda by 4 pi epsilon a cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Thank you.